Today's video is all about pigeon pea and why we think you should consider growing it as part of your garden or edible landscape. As you watch today, we'll cover what pigeon pea is, why you should plant it, how to grow it, what its uses are, and then some nutrition and recipe information. So what is pigeon pea? Pigeon pea is a member of the pea family of plants. It's a legume, and it's been cultivated as far back as 3,500 years. Because pigeon pea prefers to grow in warmer climates, in the hardiness zones between 9 and 15, we have the perfect growing conditions for it here in Hawaii. If you plant it as a perennial, it will grow year-round, and the average lifespan will be between 3 to 5 years. The most abundant seed production will be noticed in the first 2 years of the plant's growth. And while the plant normally grows to be between about 3 and 6 feet tall, it can get as tall as 12 feet, so do be sure to give it plenty of space when planting it. So why should you consider planting pigeon pea in your garden or edible landscape? 3 of the main reasons are that it helps the soil, it acts as a windbreak, and it provides food. The plant roots help fix nitrogen in the soil, which then makes nitrogen more available to the surrounding plants. The root of the pigeon pea can also help break up hard, compact soils, which will improve soil tilth or soil texture. And pigeon pea can be used as a green mulch, which means that when you prune it or trim it back, you can use that as a mulch down below the plants, and those will also break down as organic matter, adding even more nitrogen and good healthy benefit back to your soil. Next, using pigeon pea as a windbreak is a fantastic way to protect younger or smaller, more vulnerable plants in your garden or landscape. Here you can see that the pigeon pea was planted directly in front of a citrus to protect it from those strong, heavy winds until it gets big enough to be able to withstand them on its own. Lastly, pigeon pea provides us with food. The seeds, especially, have become a food staple for many cultures across the world. One of my favorite things about this plant is that it's incredibly easy to grow. It will thrive in poor soil, but we do recommend adding compost to the planting area right at first. Plant seeds about 1 inch deep. In terms of watering, it needs consistent water for the first 8 weeks, but it's otherwise drought tolerant and requires very little management. It also produces very quickly, germinating in as little as 10 to 15 days and producing seed pods in as little as 4 to 5 months. After you've harvested your first crop of pigeon pea seeds, you can look forward to eating them. They're high in protein, dietary fiber, and various vitamins. They're also low in saturated fat, cholesterol, and sodium, so they're really tasty and really good for you. Here's a really easy, yummy recipe for you to try. Pause the video and write down the ingredients and the instructions that will come on the next slide. This is a mild version that's more kid-friendly, but if you want it to have a little bit of a kick, you can add some jalapeno and some cayenne pepper. We hope that you've enjoyed this video on pigeon pea today, and we're so excited to see you growing it in your garden. Tag us on Instagram or Facebook, show us how you're growing pigeon pea, and how you're using it to cook healthy, delicious meals for you and your family.